we completely shut it all the way down.
Yep, that scared a lot of people. They were afraid when you turn off the Hubble, it might not come back up. Hello, I'm John Grunsfeld, NASA astronaut.
I'm Ed Rezac, EVA engineer for the Hubble Space Telescope project.
The Hubble is our premier observatory orbiting the Earth 300 miles above the surface, unraveling the mysteries of the universe. Now, Hubble has done that for almost 30 years because we did 5 missions to upgrade and service the telescope. Now, in 2002, we did a mission that repaired some instruments, but also worked on the power system.
That's right.
That was really important because there were indications the power system might be failing.
It was the first time since the Hubble launched in 1990 that we completely shut it all the way down.
Yep, that scared a lot of people. They were afraid when you turn off the Hubble, it might not come back up. But fortunately, it worked great. We spent a lot of time figuring out how are we possibly going to remove the main switch box for Hubble, where all the power goes through, 36 big connectors, all while the Hubble is turned off and starting to get cold. It's cold in space, and Hubble could freeze.
All the connectors, by the way, were on the left side of the instrument, so we had to find a left-handed astronaut to do the work.
Now, where would you find a left-handed astronaut? So I'm left-handed, but pretty ambidextrous. Most spacewalkers are pretty ambidextrous. Now I'm wearing these gloves because these are gloves kind of like the spacewalking gloves that we wear. So we have to build tools that have features that allow you to use them in the spacesuit. And just grabbing the connectors, we weren't sure that, one, I could even get my fingers between all of the connectors because there were so many. And also, it was really hard to reach them because of all the cables coming out. So we had a tough time coming up with ideas. And I remember discussions with your boss, Frank Sepulina,
yes,
the big tool inventor, of building motorized tools.
Right.
Now we have motorized tools, right?
We do. Like the PGT.
The pistol grip tool.
True.
Yep, that's our power screwdriver to loosen bolts, tighten bolts.
But it wasn't going to do us much good to reach in and turn those electrical connectors.
Nope. So we looked at what was available for doing avionics, for repairing airplanes, and they had connector tools that were kind of like pliers. And we tried those in the training, but they just didn't have enough grip, and they were really hard to use because you had to kind of do it two-handed to be able to hold it.
So we had to come up with a tool that would allow John to move those connectors and release those connectors while wearing those spacesuit gloves.
Now sometimes we come up with complex tools to solve the problem using computer chips and motors and batteries. In this case, we came up with the high torque PCU, power control unit connector tool, and it's really simple. This is actually my favorite Hubble tool. One, because it worked great, and two, because it's very simple. It allowed me in my gloved hand to hold the tool, my left hand, grab a connector and rotate it to take it off, and rotate it back when we have the new unit to put it on. And of course, if I let go of the tool, it would float off into space. So it had a little ring, so I could put a little hook on it, and it was attached to me with a spring, so if I let go of it, it would go back.
So even though it's a relatively simple tool, a lot went into it, into the design to make sure that it was astronaut friendly. We've got the extra long handles, the tether loop, as John pointed out, to maintain control of it, and then of course the silicone to really give a good grip on the back shells of the connectors.
Yep, these silicone pads were great because they give a little bit. So when I grabbed the connector, I could squeeze really hard to make sure that it didn't slip, because that would be bad. So we changed out 36 of these big connectors with heavy-duty wires, took out the old failed unit, put in the new one, put the new connectors on, turned the power back on Hubble, and fortunately it all came back to life.
Yes. Oh.
Thanks for the great tool.
Hey, thanks for using it.
You got that zoom focus in there? Because I
Uh-huh.
want to make sure it's in focus.
It is.
Okay.
Totally is.
His favorite.
It is my favorite.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. For the sequel.
Okay.
For the
For the
sequel.
sequel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second season.